And speed control, actually, walk, trot, and lope, educate horse travel in the correct lead. If you spent a lot of times, a lot of horses in round pen, they're traveling on the wrong lead completely, or they're traveling in the correct front lead and traveling in the wrong hind lead, the crossfire. And after we don't pay attention to this, and we're taking horse in the lunge line, hand communication, and horse traveling like an octopus and throwing the legs left and right direction, and we not understand what this problem come from. So you can develop this balance and coordination, correct lead in the forward motion, and then it's going to be much easier to. Another reason behind how horse will develop this correct lead and travel in the left and right direction. I just clean you and you just roll. Thank you so much. I'm going to be very clean. Well, it is what it is. If you're going to be dirty piggy Sue, you're going to be dirty piggy Sue in the video. All right, baby. Ready to work, sweetheart? Yes, you are. You, my love, you know that. You are. You know I love you, you know that. Hello, Russ Krachun here, and my student Wyatt, and we continue sharing with you how our versatility horses for 2022 progressing. So if you miss first and second part, I suggest you go back to the Wyatt page on my website and understand first and second part, and then you're going to understand ideas what I share with you, how he was educated in the third part, and it's going to be much easier for you to understand that. So before we're going to continue, I'm going to share with you my methods. It's very important for me from the ground when I'm educating horses, so I can transfer these methods in the future education. Horses truly have to understand speed control. So horse truly have to understand walk mentally. That's critically important. I all the time repeat this mentally, because horse have to truly develop this confidence with mental abilities to understand to walk here. Face me right here and stay here patiently, please, because I'm talking to camera and you disturb the conversation. So horse have to mentally understand walk, trot, and lope. And if horse not understand that, then after it's going to be much harder for horse to transfer this education in the future education. Mentally, horse will going to be all the time frustrated, upset, and nervous, because if he cannot control emotions here, he will never, on the different speeds, walk, trot, and lope, he will never going to control emotions under saddle or in the lunge line in hand communication. So it's critically important to develop everything here. First, to spend quality of time of education, spend a lot of hours, a lot of work, so horse truly understand that. And it's going to be much easier for him to transfer these emotions when we're going to ride a horse. So first of all, when I'm going to ask him to walk, Wyatt have to walk around me consistently, in left direction, right direction, and never stop till I give him different cue. Not leaning inside, not leaning outside, no wandering around, not look around, he not sniff the sand all the time and play around. He have to truly concentrate to travel on the walk. And walk, it's the hardest gait, walk and lope, the hardest gait to educate horse, because when they're walking, they're just disappeared mentally. They're just on their own land, on their own world. So they're not truly paying attention. And when they're running faster, they're also on their own world. They're using survival instinct, and their adrenaline much raising up, much higher, and they're not really paying attention on the educator. So I find myself trot, it's much easier to educate the horse on the ground under saddle, and walk and lope, it's the hardest way, the hardest gait. So I'm going to ask Wyatt travel forward motion. I'm going to ask him turn outside, go back to the panel. That's very important. I am really like when horses travel beside the panel, because that's truly develop balance and coordination. They're using rib cage because it's a round circle, it's a straight line, never ends. So horse truly have to develop this inside shoulder and bend rib cage and travel around the panel. And it's very hard to educate, because a lot of horses leaning inside and outside. That's why we're using turn outside all the time. Bring shoulders to the panel, Please stay, please, in a straight line. Not lean inside, not lean outside. Right here, beautiful. Continue travel, and it takes time to develop this. Continue travel, very good, baby. Continue travel. Be consistently in your mind, be consistent in your mind. Very good, beautiful work. I really love this horse. He has a lot of character, And he's so friendly and so relaxed all the time. I really enjoy this horse. And like to communicate with you. And he loves to communicate. He loves attention. Beautiful, very nice. So now we're going to change the sides. And he have to come back to this side also on the walk and continue travel. A lot of times when horses changing sides or changing exercises, they're nervous, they're speed up, because they're mentally changing, they're changing mental and physical abilities. So it seems like it's very easy step, but in reality it's very hard to educate this horse. A lot of horses, when they're walking to the left and you turn to the right, they try to speed up. So we're using methods by using turn outside and shoulders to slow down horse, till horse finally getting relaxed mentally, understand the speed. Your hand very important, down, your voice command. The same rhythm all the time. You cannot clack faster or kiss. So it's your energy, half shoulders, not all shoulders. That's a lot of knowledge from the horseman side to develop walk in the horse. Physical abilities, it takes time, like I said before. Very beauty. I am very happy with Wyatt. So now I'm going to stop him right here, right now, and ask him to face and stay still right here. So he have to relax, because he finished physical exercise, and he have to relax mentally. And I all the time in my academy, I share with my students and True Grit members, when I share my methods under saddle on the ground, how important relax the horse mentally and physically after each exercise. In round pen, it's not different. Again, change direction, continue travel. So now we're going to take him to the different gait. We're going to take him to the trot. Again, ask him to travel to the panel, forward motion, right here, wake up. So again, I cannot right away asking him to trot, because I'm going to upset his brain. And when I'm going to upset his brain, he's going to tense physically. So he's not going to use balance, not coordination, nothing. So I'm going to increase my energy, point, ask him to travel to the panel, come back to the panel, right here, and keep your circle. He loves this horse to love. He loves to perform for you liberty. he probably, if you're gonna start to educate him, it's very important I'm saying right now. If you guys, somebody like Liberty, that's horse for you. He just so happy to perform Liberty. He just loves this education, and you see this right now. When I start, he right away come around me and start to communicate with me. Continue travel. So he have to trot around me the same, consistently around me. Beautiful boy. You're doing very good. Continue travel. Very nice, sweetheart. Continue. More energy. More energy. Very good, baby. Very good. So again, I want to see relaxation on the shoulders. I want to see relaxation in the neck. I want to see relaxation in the hindquarters muscles, on the stomach, so it's not tucked in. So horse really relaxed. He understands the speed. He's not afraid my energy when I ask him to travel. So now we're going to slow down on the walk. Continue this direction. Continue this direction. Continue travel, and we're going to change sides on the walk also. And when we change in sides, and we're going to start to practice trot to the right direction, we still have to come back horse on the walk. So horse will going to be very relaxed on the walk and not speed up right away. He have to relax mentally when he's going to pick up different speed again. Very nice. And now we're going to increase our energy. Beautiful. And ask him to trot. Very good. Continue to trot, baby. You're doing very nice. Very good. And with Wyatt, I like a little bit increase the energy because he have to learn. He's slow horse on the walk and trot and the lope, and it's a good thing. But at the same time, he have to control emotions when I make him a little bit travel faster. It's a different horses, like Stetson say, for example, I have to back up with my energy when I educate him. With Wyatt, I have to increase my energy. So different personality, different horse. Beautiful. Right here. Very nice. And slow down right here. And stop. Stay still. Ask him to come to me. Beautiful. So for me, it's very important. Horses know how to stay far away from me. Horses know how to come towards me and be with me. But when I ask, not on their own decision. Very good. Beautiful work, baby. So when we're done walk and trot, we're going to do exactly the same on the lope. Again, when horse is going to lope, we're going to ask him to lope. First of all, walk, pick up the trot, and pick up the lope. And with Wyatt, I love to pick up a little bit more energy to teach him to lope a little bit faster. Because again, I'm going to come back and explain why he educates in a round pen. Because that can be a problem in the future in under saddle with Wyatt. Because he is very slow horse, and eventually, if he is not going to use his brain and his physical abilities to travel forward, he's going to start to slowly refuse to travel under saddle. So in round pen, if I'm going to push this energy, I'm going to say move, 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 move. Eventually, he's going to understand to travel faster, and then he's going to slow down. But if he's going to be slow and he slow down, then he stop, and forward motion going to disappear. Then you're going to have to start to use physical pressure on the horse hips or using pressure on the rib cage to make him travel forward. So you have to play with energy and understand when you want to apply more energy and when you want to release energy. So we're going to ask him to walk right now. So again, the way how we're going to pick up the lope, again, walk, trot, energy, and lope. But if I'm going to go right away after him and ask him to lope, he's going to use a survival instinct, and he's going to start to afraid me. So again, pick up, pay attention to my clock. Beautiful. Beautiful. Energy. 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 Energy, baby. Energy. So we're going to apply exactly the same methods to the right. If you pay attention on my sound, on my voice command when I kiss and I kiss. So it's a completely two different kisses for a speed. I actually using them when I educate horses under saddle also. When I want to clock, it's mean lope slow. When I want faster, I go. So I just pick up the rhythm of different speed with my energy, because voice, it's also my energy. So it's important to understand that. And you can see how he go faster and after he slow down. But we have this forward motion. But if I will teach him to just to travel on one speed, this horse, especially this horse, then this forward motion will gonna disappear completely. So it's not just to go and chasing horse with hips and make him travel forward motion. Sorry, baby. Again, walk first of all, trot, and now. Beautiful. Very nice, sweetheart. Very nice. And relax. Come to me, baby. Move the shoulder. Come to me right here. Very good, baby. So Wyatt, he is amazing with his leads. And from round pen, you can learn about the horse. And speed control, actually, walk, trot, and lope, educate horse travel in the correct lead. If you spent a lot of times. A lot of horses in round pen, they're traveling on the wrong lead completely, or they're traveling in the correct front lead and traveling in the wrong hind lead, the crossfire. And after we don't pay attention to this, and we're taking horse in the lunge line, hand communication, and horse traveling like an octopus and throwing the legs left and right direction, and we not understand where this problem comes from. So you can develop this balance and coordination, correct lead in the forward motion, and then it's going to be much easier to. Another reason behind how horse will develop this correct lead and travel in the left and right direction. So now, we done our speed control, walk, trot, and lope. You done very good, baby. Very nice. Yeah, you're my sweetheart, you know that. So it's very dangerous to teach horse to face horsemen. So horse can face horsemen with hind quarters and round pen. It's all the time we have a saying, it's better two eyes towards a horseman than two hind hooves towards a horseman. And I always saying this, so if it's so dangerous behind the horse hind quarters to teach him to face horsemen, so let's not do nothing around the hind quarters. Let's just all the time communicate with horse from the front end. But we do a lot of grooming, shoeing, showering, walking, riding behind the horse hindquarters. So I believe horse have to be very confident and safe for a human from the hind end and from the front end. So if you educate very well, horse travel consistently forward motion, and horse understand the speed and don't have a fear right here, so he will develop this confidence with hind end. But if I'm gonna use all the time flag or whip, when I'm saying whip, guys, don't take me wrong, you can use the whip when you educate travel horse in the round pen, but not physical pressure on the horse body. You can create energy and know how to use this energy without fear and anger, or you can apply physical actually pain in the horse hips to make him travel forward motion. So it's a big differences. So if horse has this confidence from the back and understand forward motion, understand turn inside and outside, and no extending touch, and stay still in forward motion, front, on top, behind. So educate horse, and understand how to stop and face, to educate horse to face with hindquarters and touch horse hind legs from the back without the halters, without the ropes, when young colt staying in the middle of the round pen or face with his hindquarters, that's not going to be a big deal because you explain actually horse what you desire from him. So again, we're going to send Wyatt towards the panel, to the panel, baby, to the panel, to the panel, and ask him to stay and face us with hindquarters. So when I'm going to walk towards the horse and touch his hind end, that's not a big deal for a horse. Face me with front end, right here with front end, very nice. And now we're going to say, can you go from this end and face me with hindquarters and stay still? And again, be very confident and not be upset. So we're going to say, can you face me with front end here and be confident? Can you face me with hind end right here and be confident? So I can play with Wyatt front end, hind end, so he can be very confident with front and hind and not going to start to fall apart. So that's important. Also, go forward a little bit forward, and face me with front end wide. So also I teach horses to understand, and you know from the first and second part of this round pen education, I teach horses to stay still a lot and not allowed in my philosophy and methods let horse come to me. Because I'm thinking ahead when I educate the horse. I want a horse to understand when he allowed come to me, when he not allowed come to me. When I can walk to him and he can accept me, I can walk away from him and he staying still and not follow me. So it's very important for horse to understand when horse allowed to come to horseman and be mentally relaxed and understand this cue, not just randomly because I'm running him, surviving instinct, and he find safe zone in the middle and staying to horseman. So it's important he understand actually the cue from the horseman. He's not using his instincts from the mother nature. He actually understands my language. So again, if I can move shoulders to the right, and I can move shoulders to the left, so that's eventually going to be straight line. Again, shoulders to the left, shoulders to the right, right here, again, shoulders to the right, and again, shoulders to the left. Beautiful. So eventually I can bring horse in the middle round pen and be with me in this open area. And in the open area, it's very hard for horse to control emotion. So he not all the time staying beside the panel and staying here and be safe. When you bring him in the middle, you have to be very relaxed here with me also.